Welcome to Malcom Reed's How to BBQ Right, a podcast where we talk about barbecue, share recipes, and discuss all things delicious. And now, here's your host, Malcom and Rachelle Reed.
Hey, welcome back to the How to BBQ Right podcast, Season 4, Episode 1. We're back.
Yes.
I'm your host, Malcom Reed, joined by my lovely wife still. She ain't left me yet, Miss Southern Shell. How'd you like your break?
It was touch and go there for a minute.
It's touch and go. Come on now, I told you. The rule is if you leave me, I'm just getting an RV and following you, and I'm just going to be outside wherever you are. So if you're in there with a new dude or something, I'll be... There's Malcom out outside with his grills. He's hanging in there.
He'd get Michael out on the front porch like, look at Mama in there.
There's Mama in there. It ain't happening.
So, Season 4.
They told us.
Did you think? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, my vows said, till death do us part. That means you're going to off me.
So, we're starting Season 4.
Yep, Season 4. Man, my break went too fast. I don't know about you.
We didn't have a break.
Yeah. Seems like, I mean, it does seem like we hadn't done a podcast in a while.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that seems like we hadn't done in a while.
Yeah.
We've made some changes around here. We got a new kind of podcast producer.
Yeah.
I guess is that what we're saying? Tyler, are you the producer?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Good. Yeah. No, we're glad to have somebody running the board for us. So now Shell can concentrate on good questions and keeping me in line.
And Tyler's also helping us with TikTok and
Oh yeah, he's kind of our social media director and everything in between. I think till we kind of figure out what we're doing, right, Tyler?
I'm the lab rat.
Yeah, you're gonna be the fact checker for the podcast. If I get offline, just correct me. Just correct me on my facts.
And the end of last year was kind of crazy for us because we were trying to run the retail by ourselves and stuff. So we have the retail shop. It's up and going.
It's going and it's steady growing. Got a new retail manager,
Yeah.
Mr. Mikey. You come in the shop, you'll see Mikey and Chase and Jake sometimes. We've got a couple part-timers.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll have plenty of more time to dedicate to videos and podcasts.
That's right. Creating good content, right?
Hopefully.
At least that's my plan. I don't know what your plan is. I plan on doing a lot of cooking.
I will say this. The video that we shot this week, I edited it last night, stayed up late, got it done. It's great. I love it. It's one of my favorite ones we've done in a while.
So I think that, you asked me if that was the first, I think that's the first time ever that we recorded a video and you edited it and had it uploaded within the same day.
Yeah.
A full recipe video,
Yeah.
not just something short.
Yeah, it was.
What do you think about the new TikTok videos me and Tyler been doing?
They're pretty funny.
We're trying to take a lighter approach on TikTok. I'm using it for stuff to see. It may not be a full blown recipe, but I can run it through TikTok, and if people seem to like it, I say, hey, I might turn that into a full blown recipe.
Yeah.
So
You did some wings on there.
I did 2 styles.
Yeah. What were your 2 styles of wings?
I did a Mexican chili seasoned one with my new chili seasoning, the bona fide chicken wing.
So how'd you do those? Did you took chicken wings?
Yeah, I took chicken wings and I seasoned them with a chili seasoning.
And that was
it was my new chili season. Then I put them on the smoker, cooked them until they were, my bone popping doneness, the way I like them. And
what do you take them to? 185,
190, 195.
Okay.
If they go to 200, I ain't scared. It's kind of, I learned that cooking thighs in KCBS. They need that bite through skin. Well, if you take chicken wings up that high, it's got enough fat underneath this. They're mostly skin with some fat up under it. Not a lot of meat on a wing, but the bones, you can just pop them right out, get the meat right off the bone clean, go on to the next one. It's professional wing eating time, these wings. There ain't none. You never see people eat wings and on the plate, there's still meat all on the bone.
Yeah.
It's wasted a set of wings. Why would you do that, man?
I want to pull it
clean.
apart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull the bones right out.
That's right. That's right. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. But I did those bona fide style wings, chili wings, and then I did kind of wings my way, my favorite way to do them, which is like a hot, smoked on the grill till they're tender. Doused them with hot rub first. Get some heat going. Get some barbecue flavors going.
A little salt.
Mixed
a little
up.
Savory.
Mixed up a little vinegar sauce with hot sauce and butter. So kind of a traditional buffalo wing sauce with my added vinegar sauce to give it some sweetness and a little more tang. And I tossed them in that and that was I tossed them in that little TikTok video, and what you didn't see in that was I tossed that crap everywhere.
You put too much liquid.
It was really tossing. I was saucing and tossing. But yeah, no, those were really good. That's kind of my go-to. Like if I'm gonna eat some wings, I'm always gonna have my barbecue style hot wings.
Michael took a bite of those wings. He goes, "What y'all use on these wings? These are good."
Yeah, he liked it.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't care for the Mexican style wing.
I like the Mexican style wing. You made a crema to dip them in. It wasn't just like a ranch.
Yeah, I actually took some.
That was really good.
It was like Mexican sour cream or crema.
Yeah.
And mixed it with a little bit of mayo and kind of like a dip almost. Seasoned it up with some Grande Gringo, some Valentina hot sauce, and some lime. And it would have been good with some cilantro in it. I didn't have any, but it would have been real good to chop up some cilantro real fine and mix off in there.
Heck yeah, I want to put that on a taco. It was really good.
It was more of a taco sauce than a wing, but it was great dipping those wings in it.
Because it had that chili seasoning on it.
And also in
I
those
like
wings.
those too, because they were dry, and I like dry wings.
But I tossed them too. That's what I forgot to tell you. I took the Valentina hot sauce with butter, and that was it. Just like the old standard buffalo wing sauce is 1 stick of butter and 1 bottle of hot sauce. Well, same thing. I just used Valentina Mexican style hot sauce.
Yeah, I forgot
like
about
the
that.
medium heat. It wasn't scorching hot. You could get those hot if you wanted to. If you wanted to add something else to them, but they were good. I'd never done like a chili wing, and I was surprised at how good they tasted.
Yeah. I know that chili seasoning is really, really good.
Yeah,
I was going to talk about that shortly.
The bona fide chili seasoning.
You want to go ahead and talk about it now?
We can. So wintertime is chili time in my book. And I've been working on this recipe for a while, tweaking it. It's been
because it's seasonal. You know, we don't cook chili in the summer, so we work on it in the wintertime.
Yeah, but we finally got it, and it's a standard chili season. Like if you've ever went and bought one of those kits. No, I mean it's better than a standard. Yeah. Like you've seen these little chili seasoning, the 5-alarm kit or the McCormick's, or all of them's got a chili mix or something like that. Well, this is my version of that with some of the flavors that I like to use in my smoked chili.
But you don't need to keep adding to it. When I use one of those seasonings, I have to add extra salt, extra cumin, extra pepper.
Mine's all in one.
Yep,
it's a good if you're doing a chili dump or a chili contest, you can add that and not have to worry about it. It's gonna get your flavors right, and it develops over time too.
Yeah.
So I like to cook my chili the ratio I use is for every pound of meat that I put in my chili, whether it's, chili beef, like, cubed up beef for chili, or if it's ground beef, or if it's ground deer, or even ground turkey or chicken. It's 2 tablespoons of the chili seasoning per 1 pound of meat. Usually I'm a 2 pound of meat guy in a pot of chili, if we're just making it for home. So 4 good tablespoons, and it's the perfectly seasoned pot of chili. You don't have to do any doctoring to it.
Yeah, you don't need an extra salt or pepper or heat.
No. I probably need to do a recipe using it, just the standard one.
We've actually, while you've been developing this chili season, we've come up with several different recipes.
Oh, yeah. The wings was one.
Yeah. And we did a chili contest here at the office.
We did. We had an inter-office chili competition.
People started talking smack at a meeting one day.
They did. Yeah, how good, yeah.
Who was going to win?
You told us when we said it, oh, y'all ain't got a chance. I'm going to beat all y'all. And did it with a white chicken chili.
That's why.
It really wasn't chili. You should have been disqualified.
The only rule
Why do you think they call that white chicken chili? Because it's not chili.
It's cheese soup.
Yeah, that's what it is. It should be like chicken enchilada soup or, something like that, or cheese dip, chicken fundito or something like that. Queso fundito.
I'm not arguing that at all. That's why I knew I was going to win.
Queso. That's what it was. It's cream on cream on cream. It's like Tres Leches soup. That's what it is, the 3 milks or whatever. Because you've got cream cheese, jack cheese. What other cheese did you have in it? Cream of chicken soup, heavy cream. Yeah. And
then you top it with cheese.
That's right.
And extra cheese. So.
Yeah, and you put other cheese in it.
Yeah.
I mean, if that don't win, all you do is add some noodles and you had pasta dish.
The deal was whoever won, you had to turn their recipe into a video.
Yep. And I was just knowing I was going to win. Yeah. I smoked the pork butt. I seasoned it with a chili seasoning.
Yours was my favorite.
It was kind of a carnitas smoked pork butt.
Yeah. That pork, when you were cooking and pulling that pork butt, it was so good. Oh, how'd you cook that pork butt?
So first off, I went down to the fat cap and I scored it all the way down, like to where it's just kind of hanging apart. Made 3 or 4 big lines all the way down it. Took the bone out, 3 or 4 lines across. Seasoned it up with a chili seasoning. Yeah, before I seasoned it. And seasoned it all up with chili seasoning. Kind of opened it up like a onion blossom.
Yeah.
To where I could season and get all that chili seasoning down in there. Put it on the pit, on the drum, so it gets some maximum flavor from dripping on it. And I cooked it about 2 hours, fat side up, and then I flipped it over and did like 2 more hours, and then I wrapped it. And when I wrapped it, I poured some of the Pancho's Tropical green dressing all in there. I was like, I've never done this, but I love Pancho's green dressing, so that had to be good. But it kind of turned it green, and I was like, man, what's it going to look like when it comes out? I was like, is it going to look like kind of like a verde sauce on it or something like that? But so after it got tender, it took about another hour and a half. It was pretty quick on drum. Opened it up, and it just had this beautiful roasted pork look.
Yes.
There was no green. I mean, the color was awesome on it. And so I just kind of let it sit and cool because I wanted to add that to the chili. So I cooked it to where it's pretty soft, but I knew I was going to add it back to the chili in chunks. So I started pulling those chunks off, and I tasted it. I was like, oh, my God.
It's so
this
good.
Needs to be a recipe bite. You're talking about making a taco with that? Oh, it was unbelievable.
You need to put that on the list.
I do. I need to jot that down. We're going to call it chili butt.
But we could make tacos
chili butt
with
tacos.
It. So
I'll have to, for a better name, that's what we're going to stick with right now. Chili butt tacos. Bear with me. It's good. Oh, funny thing, when I was doing that video yesterday, you may be watching it, tickled me bad. What did I say? Oh, yeah, I got to get off in that butt.
He said, now it's time to get off in this butt. Or I didn't even notice it till you pointed it out. I
didn't do that on purpose, but that just made me laugh, thinking of chili butt. But, yeah, so that was the foundation of my chili. And then I made like a standard red chili. Had it, I put a couple cans of beans in there because I like
just
beans
instead
in
of ground beef.
Yeah, instead of using ground beef. And I still went ahead and seasoned it with more of the bona fide chili seasoning.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. I thought it was the crowd favorite, just from like a little survey. Which pot was getting ate the most?
No, it was the best of the red chilies. I think you got second place.
I did get second place.
Mark Williams got third place.
Yep, his was good too.
Yeah.
He actually put mushrooms in his chili. It was like
he said he ground them.
Yeah.
Not ground them. He diced them really,
super
really fine and sauteed them.
Yeah, I've never had mushrooms in chili. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
Yeah.
But I like mushrooms. I like the earthiness of it. I could see how it would go really, why it'd go real well in chili.
But no, the chili contest was fun. You won. And so I did the recipe on it. And I think mine was better than yours when I did the recipe.
Yes, I agree.
Did you think it was?
Yeah.
One, you didn't use a smoked chicken.
Yes.
I did a smoked chicken. So that right there, put the chili seasoning on the outside of it.
That makes it better, yeah.
What'd you use, rotisserie or boiled?
No, I boiled the chicken and then I made my own stock.
Yeah, I didn't do that. So I cheated and used just Swanson's in a box.
Most people do. If you want to be real quick, you just grab a rotisserie chicken and
go right to it. And you can have that chili in an hour, probably. But I put all the same poblanos, jalapenos, the white chili beans. Was that Bush's white chili beans? Mm-hmm. Those were good.
Does it hurt to lose?
Yeah. Hurts my pride.
That was kind of a cool trophy we made.
God, messing with you, Butch. I don't think that's what he really said.
So you turned that into a video. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It was a fair deal.
Video,
it's a fair deal.
I'm not going to say.
How did it feel to you for me doing your recipe?
I feel like I kind of cheated a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
Why? Because you got to put so much cheese and cream and all that in it?
Yeah.
So in a red chili, standard kind of red chili
I still
contest.
think I'd give y'all a run for money with my regular chili. Yeah. No, I just knew I wasn't a shoe-in.
You've watched me make chili enough.
Whatever.
You know how usually chili goes in our house. Shell would get it going, and then I would come in and fix the seasonings. That's how it would work. So we'd tag team it. But you didn't let me help you with your white chicken chili. Mm-mm. That's probably why it's a little runny. Got a good poke in there. You know I'm right.
I'm not arguing.
I mean, that was one thing, the consistency of it. How are you going to judge that on the chili consistency? Soup.
I had a little too much broth to start with.
Yeah.
In my recipe. I'm not gonna deny it.
It was good. It was really good.
This past weekend we dropped all the Mossy Oak videos.
We did. So that was another thing I did. I actually, before we ended our last podcast, I probably had already.
Yeah, you broke down like.
Yeah. Did we talk about them?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did. We talked about all of the recipes and how you did each of them.
The best one was still the bison ribeye. Man, that was good.
I want to try those.
Yeah, I need to order some of those, and then I don't think I have any in the freezer because they sent me some elk. They sent me some of the different sausages to play with and stuff, and so I still have a little bit of that stuff left. I know I had a few elk medallions that we need to cook.
I want to try that deer camp chili.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to use ground elk. You could use ground beef, ground deer.
The deer camp. You mean the queso?
Yeah.
The cheese dip?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did I say chili?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That would have been a good one to do with some of their stuff, though.
Yeah.
Maybe next year if I get invited back. I did my best not to kill kill a little deer so they didn't invite me back. So we'll see how that goes.
But we dropped those videos on the last weekend of deer season.
Yep.
So
that's what I
Mississippi
did.
white-tailed deer season.
Mainly while we were on break, I went hunting a lot and took Michael a bunch and cooked some good stuff. I made a good gumbo one weekend. That last weekend, I shared one of our lunches with us. It was deer camp charcuterie. Had all the essentials: rag bologna, hoop cheese, can of veiny sausage, hot and spicy, not the regular, with the gel. Somebody asked me if it had the gel to it. I said, yeah, it had the gel. It's cold outside. There wasn't no way I could heat it up. I guess I could have put it on top of the smoker or something, but it had little deer summer sausage. That was really good.
That was a super redneck
charcuterie board.
Yeah, on a paper plate.
It was just a plate. I did set it on a couple logs to give it a little bit of a wood appearance. Did you like that? On top of a dirty old white table.
I did.
And I had some cold Miller Lite to wash it down.
So how was your
My beer of choice. I did have a few Miller Lights this hunting season.
Maybe a little whiskey too.
You gotta have that to stay warm. There's always some truck whiskey in there.
How was your deer season?
It was good. I didn't fire a shot, but I had a good time. I mean, it's probably one of the better ones I've had just because Michael got to take a couple bucks, his first rack buck. And then he got him another nice little buck, and then he killed a doe too. So he's got one getting taxidermed. He already got one skull mounted, and we're eating on all of them. So he got a freezer full of deer meat, and I didn't have to do any work. So
he's definitely was more into it this year than he had been. But, he's getting older.
That's right. He's a little more patient. He can put the phone down a little. And he did take a few naps. I caught him. I put some of them out there on Instagram. He's sleeping in the deer stand. He's got it made. I never got to do that when I was a kid. Like, go to deer stand, have a heater in there so we can lay down, take a nap. I got to go.
Lay down?
Oh, yeah. I'll move my chair and let him have room in the floor and give him my backpack. He can put his head on it if he wants
to.
Yeah. He takes all the snacks you won't let him eat.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
He loves deer camp. Let him drive the side by side. He's the driver, so I let him drive everywhere. Who wouldn't like that?
Yeah. Y'all do bonfires and
build fire. He's the fire. He gets to build the fire, so it's all good.
He's learning skills.
That's right. Trying to see if there was anything else on here that I had to say about what else I'd cooked. Oh, I did write down this note. I had a question for you.
Okay.
What was the best thing that you ate during our break that you remember? It don't have to be grilled or smoked or anything,
just
but what was
anything.
the absolute best thing you had?
Did I have to cook it?
No.
Oh.
Oh, I got two things, though.
I'm trying to think.
You gotta run her up.
I tell you what, you made a beef tenderloin for Christmas Eve that was very good.
Mm-hmm. I do that every Christmas. It was, but it was really good.
It was exceptionally good.
You know why it was good, don't you?
Was it certified Angus beef?
No, it was from Kevin. He's a butcher shop. One of those. It was like an A9 whole beef tenderloin. So you got close to what mine was, though. But that's what that was. No, that real Japanese.
Oh my gosh.
Authentic A5.
I forgot about that.
That might be the best piece of beef I've ever had.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay. I didn't have this on my notes. So Kevin from the butcher shop got in. What was it exactly?
He gets them in every once in a while, but it's like the real deal Japanese Wagyu, where I know you've seen it, where it looks like it's mainly a piece of white speckled with some lean.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It doesn't grill really well. I cooked it in cast iron, just a tad bit of oil in there, and got a good crust on it, and then sliced it thin. And we just had one steak. It was a strip.
Yeah.
Wagyu A5 strip. And seasoned it very simple. Salt and pepper was the only thing, because we wanted to try it and taste it.
Yeah.
And it would just melt in your mouth. It was amazing how good that beef was. But it would make you, it hurt you so bad.
It did. Because you cooked it, you sliced it, and we tasted it. And I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Didn't want
good.
to stop eating it.
I'm like, can't eat too much of it, you know? And then I'd go back and eat a few more bites, you know?
I think I heard for like a day after. So I can still feel, I was like, don't want to eat anything. It's like, it just sits on you. You know it. You had to take some extra cholesterol meds that night.
Yes, we both were hurting that night.
It was bad. It was bad. I mean, it was so good, but then it just set on you like a ton of bricks. I was like, this is why you can only eat an ounce or so of this stuff.
Yeah.
It's not meant to sit down and eat that whole steak.
Which we did.
Me and you and Michael knocked it out. He wasn't crazy about it.
He had a few bites, yeah.
Yeah, he's not really a fatty steak.
Yeah, he likes lean steaks.
Yeah, he wants to like filet or something. I mean, ribeye, that's my number one cut.
Beef fat to me is the best tasting stuff in the world.
Yeah, but this.
I forgot about that.
Lean, like Japanese beef encapsulated in Japanese fat. It looked like it was engineered. I'm not sure that came off a cow. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they grow them like that in Japan, what they do to them, if they just intravenously feed them cream or something or butter.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
But it was crazy. But it was the most unbelievable piece of meat I ever ate. So that was the highlight. That was one of the highlights of my off season, and I lived through it.
If you do get to try it, just a word of advice.
Yeah, hold back. Don't try too much.
Share.
Strip like that, feed about 6-7 people.
Yeah.
Cut it up into thin pieces and then share it. Don't think you're going to eat it.
You will have gastrointestinal difficulties for days.
I do have a second, and this has nothing to do with cooking or anything, but that Christmas tree dip that somebody brought to our Christmas party. Have y'all ever had this? I know everybody's had the Christmas tree cake. So the Little Debbie, I guess, little Christmas
Debbie.
tree cake.
They're famous.
They take those.
Oh,
did I mess with the camera?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They take those. They chop them up some kind of way. They mix it with like room temperature cream cheese, and I don't know what else is in there. Fairy dust. It is so good. It's like the best cake batter ice cream in dip form. Were you looking up the recipe?
Yeah, I'm looking up the recipe.
But you dip these little graham cracker sticks in it.
Yes, a dessert dip.
Yeah, it's really good. Is that bad? That's the second best thing. I just like Christmas tree cakes.
It was. I thought there was something else in there too because I made it for New Year's. Cool Whip, cream cheese,
Christmas tree cakes,
smushed up Christmas tree cakes,
and that's it. You put one on top so you know what it is,
and a little milk.
A little milk. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. If you hadn't looked that one up.
A little cream if you want to get real.
And I don't know why you couldn't do it with like fancy cakes or zebra cakes or all the little cakes.
Ding dongs.
The chocolate version. You could.
I like the donut sticks.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite. But I bet you could do it with oatmeal cream pies.
You probably could for people that like those. Emily. I just thought that out there. No, that was the only other thing that I had to talk about as far as the best thing.
Well, what's the best thing you cooked that you had?
Man, that's tough. That I actually cooked. I mean, I cooked that strip.
Yeah, you did cook that strip.
That was probably, that was the absolute. That don't count.
Yeah. Yeah, give me something else.
It would probably be either the ham or the beef tenderloin.
Yeah.
Those two things were awesome. Those were really good.
I did a really good New Year's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Dinner.
That was awesome. There was something else I forgot I did for New Year's too, because you did all the standard sides, the black-eyed peas, the turnip greens, the cornbread, all that, the hog jowl. But I did a pulled ham.
Oh, yeah.
And the way I did it, I just took a whole ham and boiled it for like, I don't know, was it 4 or 5 hours? Till it was pretty much falling off the bone.
When you said boiled it, you put it in
a pot of water and boiled it. Just a ham, but not a spiral sliced ham, a shank ham, the whole shank.
What was it, like 8 pounds probably?
Yeah, about 8-10 pound ham. Put it in the biggest pot you had.
Just like you boil a chicken.
Boiled it, put just a little bit of apple cider vinegar in there. Wasn't enough, just enough to give it a little acidity and no seasoning or anything. Boiled it until it was almost fall off the bone. Well, pretty much was. I took it out. When I take that bone and take that shank bone out, I got the ham out, strained it, pulled it up into chunks by hand, just like I was pulling a pork butt, put it in a crock pot, put a little bit of brown sugar over it and a little bit of mustard powder, like powdered mustard, and then put the lid on it and let that warm up just on like low just for like an hour, and it kind of melted all that brown sugar and that mustard and kind of tossed it a little bit. Man, that was some delicious ham.
It was really good.
I had it at I don't know, we were on the way to Nashville for a cook one time. No, we were on the way to Dwayne's, Kentucky, with Mark and Emily. Yeah. And we stopped off at it. I don't know, it was on the side of I-40 at some little diner, and they had like a lunch thing, and that pulled ham was on it. And I tried, and I was like, pulled ham? I never had it. And it was just that. So I was trying to recreate that, and I thought it would go good with the black-eyed peas and turnip green. It did. It was really good.
You think about turning that into a recipe?
Yeah, I think so.
What if you did like a pulled ham sandwich?
Well, that would be good.
Yeah.
But I've never taken a ham on the smoker long enough to pull like that. Because it's always for slicing. You think of a sliced ham. So what I'm thinking is get some double smoke on it and then wrap it up in like aluminum foil roaster pan. Put some moisture in there so it really, braises it, and then braise it until the bones fall out.
Yes.
And then pull it apart and use it. So that's another test I got to do.
Yeah.
Hadn't tried it yet, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. Normally you don't think of taking ham that far, but man, it was really juicy.
Good,
it was, as long as it's got the moisture in there, it stays juicy. And that was the whole thing with boiling it. And then so come to find out, and I was talking to people, I was like, oh yeah, we used to have, my papa used to do boiled ham all the time. That's why a lot of people.
It's an old country thing.
Yeah, that's the way a lot of people used to do it. And they'd use the salted hams a lot of times because they boil that salt cure out of it. And
it's the way they could actually use it.
But I'll tell you what, the liquid, the broth that ham made when I boiled it, man, it would have been so good for like cooking beans in or it was like a ham stock basically. So you could have used it for all kinds of stuff. Probably would have made a good Brunswick stew.
Ooh, you haven't made Brunswick stew in a long time. And you keep promising me you're going to make some Brunswick stew.
We got a new pot in the store that would make a good Brunswick stew pot too.
What the jambalaya
big cast iron jambalaya pot.
We're going to have it in action Saturday.
I don't have very much longer to eat Brunswick stew or chilies or things like that. So it starts warming up.
Good.
Yeah.
It's a little too cold now. But it is Super Bowl weekend this weekend.
Super Sunday.
Oh,
we could say that. We can call it that, right?
I guess. Whatever.
I don't think the Super Bowl police is going to come get you. But it's my second favorite holiday other than Thanksgiving.
You say it about every holiday.
It's Hot Wing Day. That's what it is. It's Hot Wing Day, man. You got to have wings on Super Bowl Sunday, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
But we're not just going on Sunday. We're not just cooking on Sunday. We're going hard all weekend.
We're going hard all weekend, and I don't know about where y'all work, but Super Bowl Monday is a thing at our office. That's like the national holiday. It ought to be a bank day. They ought to have the post office closed on that day in my book. If they're going to have the Super Bowl on Sunday, the day after should be a holiday. And I'm all for moving the Super Bowl to Saturday. That just makes too much sense for me. But since it's on Sunday, Monday is the day off.
At least Monday morning.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm off Monday. I got to get a dick on root canal at 8 o'clock.
I was fixing.
How bad's that going to be? I got to have Super Bowl Sunday, and then I got to get up, go get on the gas, and get a tooth root canal. Man, I'm not looking forward to that.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't know what that dentist is going to think. Man, what you do? Super Bowl, dog. Come in smelling like a Miller Lite keg. Hot wing sauce still on me, probably. I'll have to shower if I go to bed. No, I'll have to shower to get going that
morning. But we're cooking at the shop on Saturday. Yeah, we're not really well.
Yeah, we're going to bring some grills out and just show some stuff. Yeah.
And if food is there.
I'm just working on some of my Super Bowl recipes. I got to have some wings. Got to do some sausage and cheese. Got to do probably some jambalaya.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. What else did I write down?
We got barbecue nachos.
We're
going to do barbecue nachos, wings.
We got leftover. We got some pork butt. Probably need to cook another one too.
Yep. Barbecue nachos, wings. We're going to do Bloody Marys.
Bloody Marys. Ooh, that sounds good.
It does. I don't even like Bloody Marys.
Those right now.
But I'd drink one right now. So yeah, if you want to come and see some of the stuff that we've got for sale in the shop in action, stop by here on Saturday.
That's right. If you're in Hernando.
Yeah.
If not, watch us on social media. I'm sure Tyler Tyler, you gonna put some stuff on Saturday?
Gotcha.
On there, you got us. But that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And then Sunday we're gonna watch the game and kick back and probably have a few Miller Lights, have a few wings, and maybe some nachos or something. You know,
I'm gonna order pizza for the kids.
With that nacho burger, the barbecue nacho burger I did.
Talk about that, yeah.
That would make good sliders. Like if you had the little slider burgers and the little mini ones, because you eat that big burger, you better give yourself a quarter, even a half of a game.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you had it in slider form, it'd be a little more manageable.
So tell me about your recipe.
So I was thinking, what could I do for Super Bowl? I like to do something a little different, out of the box a little bit most of the time. I've done some other burgers in the past. I think I did a Carolina pulled pork sandwich one, and then I did I forget what the other burger was. Was it a Denver burger? It was a Denver Bronco burger or something.
You put like an egg on it. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
I think so. That's been several years back, but I always try to do something. Last year I did this Chicago Italian beef sandwich for Super Bowl. This year I said I wanted to do two of my favorite things combined: a smoked barbecue burger and barbecue pulled pork nachos, all on the same, smashed together. So I started with certified Angus beef, 80/20 ground chuck, half pound. Seasoned it with a little AP, seasoned it with some hot barbecue rub, put it on the smoker, smoked the burger. That's the easy part.
I like burgers done that way.
Oh yeah, that's the basic no flip burger on a pellet grill. Dude, you can't beat them.
They don't shrink up.
They don't lose. Yeah, you don't lose too much. They stay juicy. They get a nice flavor on the outside because you get some of that smoke flavor. You can glaze them with any kind of sauce. If you got a favorite steak sauce you want to put on them, you could do it, like a Worcestershire-based sauce. You could do that. I did with the barbecue sauce, kind of give it a barbecue flair. You could do it with whatever you want. I never played with it, but I bet you could set an egg on it. If you put an egg ring on it and cook your egg right there on top of the burger. I didn't try to write that down too. Egg burger.
We have an egg mold.
Yeah, I know. That's all you need is the ring and let it set and cook right there on top of that burger after the burger gets.
I bet it would pick up a lot of flavor
too.
Yeah,
but it would. I'm gonna try that. But anyway, so that my nacho burger. So that was the burger part. Certified Angus beef, no flip, glazed.
So and it's easy. I mean, it takes a little longer, but it's easy.
Oh, it was 1 hour, 10 minutes maybe. Yeah. Cooked them at 250. You can go 275, speed it up a little bit, but it don't take long. Cook it to your likeness. I took them off. That's probably about 140 by the time I glazed them.
Yeah.
I'm glazing 130, 135, letting them carry over to 140. When you take them off, they're going to be, right where you want them. If you want them a little less done than that, know where you're getting your beef. And
I think that cooking them like kind of low and slow, I guess, it allows you to not have to take them up as hard.
Well, what I like about them, so I don't work those burgers much. I take the meat out of the pack and kind of, like if I buy a 2-pound pack, I know I'm on half-pound burgers. I just kind of divide it in 4 quadrants, ball it just a little bit, put it in my little form, gently press it down and pop it out. I hadn't worked it in my hands.
You don't
I
mix
hadn't
anything,
overheated
you don't
the meat.
season
No, because I want to taste the beef. All the season's on the outside. It's going to cook through.
I remember my mom like putting oatmeal and ketchup and Worcestershire,
making mama burgers.
working it. Yeah.
Hey, Big Mac. That's mama burger.
Yeah, mama burgers.
Put it on white bread with ketchup, and it just ends up in a ball, and all the little kids are making fun of you, and you eat the mama burger crying. Wasn't that an Eddie Murphy bit?
Yeah, it was. He was sad about not getting to go to McDonald's.
Yeah, that's right. He got bell peppers in it. That's right. No, but so the burger part is pretty simple. Yeah. And then I just smoked the pork butt overnight. So I'd have some pulled pork. Now, I probably had some in the freezer you could thaw out if you wanted to. You could go buy favorite barbecue restaurant, buy a couple pounds of pulled pork to make the burgers with. But since it was Super Bowl and I wanted to have some extra pulled pork, I just threw a butt on, seasoned it simple. AP and a little barbecue rub, put it on a Traeger, 225, and it took about 12 hours. I didn't wrap it. I didn't baste it. I didn't inject it. I just put it on, make sure I had some hickory pellets in there and let it roll till it was 200 degrees. And I pulled it out, let it rest, and then I went to doing the burgers. So it would be.
You did glaze it. Did you say that?
I glazed it with a little vinegar sauce before I took it off.
Right at the end.
Yeah, but not long. Maybe 15, 20 minutes when it's done.
I just think you have to glaze everything.
Yeah, I just, I like the vinegar sauce. It makes it look good.
It does.
And so I had it whole while I went to work on the burgers, put them on, and I pulled it apart just by hand shredded it. And when the burger got done, toasted a sesame seed bun, little mayo, little lettuce, tomato, pickle, nice big smoked glazed burger patty, mound of pulled pork, nacho cheese sauce drizzled all over it, the canned kind, the good stuff. The kind you get if you went to
the canned kind, it was the jar kind.
Well, the jar kind. If you went to the ballpark and you got nachos or barbecue nachos.
I don't want fancy nachos.
No, don't make queso. Don't go to all that trouble for this. This is a nacho burger. Nacho sauce. Yes. If you get it from the pump at the gas station, it'll work. It's just cheap Cisco nacho sauce.
Yeah. Sam's has the best one, but you got to buy a big jug.
The gallon. Yeah, number 5 can or whatever. Yeah. If you're going to make a lot of burgers, you might need that. It's hard to save that. I've tried.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Not good.
Yeah, once you pop that top, it's done. It's a one-time deal.
But after the nacho sauce, drizzle a little barbecue sauce over the pulled pork, then the nacho sauce.
And you put a little hot rub.
Then the hot rub on top. And then the barbecue nacho jalapeno in crispy form. I bought the deep fried ones or whatever. It's like a little jalapeno chip on top for some crunch. Bun on top. Tortilla chips around to catch anything that falls off, to pick it up and scoop it up.
Little
it's the
extra
best of both
nacho
worlds.
on the side.
Yeah, that was the chips was courtesy of Tyler. He's like, man, let's put some chips around. I said, yeah, that's a good idea.
Heck yeah, man.
That way you can have something to scoop it up because it's going to fall off. And then when I got back, I wasn't joking. When I said I'd pull the sleeves up, that was a sleeve puller up.
It was big and messy.
You had to get the appropriate stance to eat that burger. Then you had to do the unhinge the jaw move to get a big bite of it. And it was awesome.
It was really good.
That was that's another one of those burger contest burgers.
I agree. I like how you use the crispy jalapenos because it gave you when you first told me about this, I was like, are you going to crunch up tortilla chips?
I was taking tortilla strips on top of the burger and then the meat. And then I kind of got to thinking, I think the crispy jalapenos is better than leave the chips off, know. Yes. And so I was going to 86 the chips, and
I like them served.
I like served with it, yeah, and the extra nacho cheese sauce for dipping. Then you could have had some pickled jalapenos.
Yeah,
but I got to thinking, and I'm always wondering how to improve on it. I could have did a jalapeno mayo, and that would have been good.
Yes,
because I could have took like pickled jalapenos, chopped them up, mixed them in with the mayo, spread that on.
Maybe a little hot sauce or something.
That would be good.
Salt and pepper.
The jalapeno mayo, I've never had that, but
that's really good.
Yeah. That would have been. The sweet fire might have done. It might have been too sweet if I'd have done that.
Yeah,
you really need the pickled jalapeno.
But the crispy jalapeno gives you that crunch element that you
need. The heat.
Yeah, and it gives you the heat.
It was good.
Those crispy jalapenos were Jay Durbin turned us from Tennessee Mojo turned us onto them.
Yeah,
I appreciate.
They do pickles. We found beets. We found the onions, of course, but they got a little bit of it all. Salad toppers.
I like the idea of you also turning these into sliders because it's hard to eat that big old burger.
Oh, you better pack your lunch for real. You need a knife and fork to eat that one. I mean, it's open face style. It would be good open face double patty, double nacho burger. You couldn't eat it all.
Oh my gosh,
it's too much because you got a half pound burger. And I probably put a quarter pound at least of pulled pork on it.
Yeah,
with the cheese, with your salad, the lettuce, tomato, pickle. And then the crispy and then the bun. Yeah. That's a man's burger. It's a super burger. It really was.
Yeah, it is. I do think that's another, like you said, another burger contest burger. You got the Jerkmon burger, which I think would be really good, and that one.
Definitely. I was kicking around the idea of doing something for Kansas City Chiefs and something for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but kind of ran out of time this week.
So your 2 grilled burgers that you did, it's been a few years ago. It was at the old house, if that tells you anything. But you did Denver Broncos burger. It had sugar cubed ham, bacon, and 2 fried eggs.
Wow.
And then you did a Carolina Panthers burger with pulled pork, bacon, and then like a slaw on it.
Okay. So I'd already did the pulled pork on a burger. I didn't remember that. I remember I did those, but
you didn't put a...
It wasn't nacho burger.
It wasn't nachos. You used
Carolina.
a hot sauce mayo on that one, which is, I guess, just mayo and hot sauce.
That was outside the box back then, wasn't it? That's kind of the super burgers. That's a good thing. We need to have a category for super burgers.
And one recipe that's old when I was looking it up, but it was really good. You did a super po' boy. Do you remember that? You grilled shrimp and turned it into a grilled super po' boy.
That was a really good one.
That was an older Super Bowl.
Like a barbecue. It's a grilled barbecue shrimp po' boy.
Yes, it was so good.
The remoulade on that one is really, really good. It's like a barbecue remoulade, if I remember right, that I did. Kind of took a basic one, but I used some barbecue rubs and stuff in it to give it a different little taste.
It was really good. So what is your menu going to look like this weekend? On Sunday. We talked about what you're cooking on Saturday up here at the shop.
Yeah, well, wings, of course. And I'll definitely probably do some of my barbecue wings. I really like a spicy garlic wing, but I'm also, real keen on doing a jerk wing too. So I usually like having a few ways.
Jerk wing, yeah.
I'm definitely going to have some pulled pork so we can make either little sliders.
One of my favorite things, just regular old barbecue
nachos. Yeah, I wasn't going to do any of those burgers. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to do some of those slider burgers because you can just throw those on, you can patty them out, throw them in the grill and smoker and let them roll.
Yeah.
But probably, besides the wings, my number one favorite dip, buffalo chicken dip. You already knew, didn't you?
Yeah.
Cast iron buffalo chicken dip.
Somebody said they're bringing that.
I've seen, I know Matt just done a recipe for his version of it. Diva had one out on Facebook yesterday. That's a hot dip this week.
Oh, Matt's looked really good.
Yeah.
He put a big mound of blue cheese on the top of it.
And let it cook or at the end?
No, like at the end.
So you can just kind of drag through it. Yeah. That's, I love that. I hate the old standard one where the person brings it, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Canned chicken, sauce out of the bottle, you know. You got the hot sauce, the wing sauce out of the bottle, and like the Kraft blue cheese or ranch out of the bottle, and then throw some shredded cheese in it and throw it in the oven. That's like I don't know, 101. You can learn to cook that in home ec or something. I want the custom one where you make your wing sauce and you make a homemade ranch or homemade blue cheese to go in it, and you do a real chicken, like one you've smoked or roasted, or better yet, fried
chicken.
Have you ever had it with? I mean, that's the ultimate buffalo chicken dip with fried chicken. Like go to I don't care where you go, Church's, KFC, Popeyes.
We have a place called Super Low, and they do like a deli fried chicken that's really, really, really good.
And you take that and you shred it up, but leave all the crust on there, and then mix that in a dip. And when it cooks and gets all cheesy and bubbly, and bite into it with your Frito scoops that you're supposed to use.
So you have a very old, this is before video old recipe
of that dip?
Of a smoked buffalo chicken dip.
Yeah. I remember doing that.
Yeah.
I don't remember what kind of pan I did. I probably didn't even do it in cast iron, or did I?
You did do it in cast iron, actually.
That's cool. Before video. So that has to be 12 years old. Man, it looks good.
It does.
Heck yeah. That's the way you do it. If you've never had that dip, man, you need to stop what you're doing right now.
Take
a sick leave from work. And go get the stuff and make it. Go home and make it.
So that's kind of what we're doing. We're providing the meats and some drinks, and everybody else is bringing sides and desserts.
That's right. And there'll probably be Rotel. I'm a dip man on Super Bowl day.
Heck yeah. What do you say you like to graze?
Yeah.
You want to graze?
That's right.
You don't want to sit down with a big plate and eat.
It's a marathon. It ain't a sprint. Super
little
Bowl.
here, little there.
Yeah. Well, so you drink a few beers and you kind of cut that off at halftime, and that way you feel like eating some stuff, so you feel like you're not too, you don't want to get too tanked up on a Sunday. You got to go home. You got to get up and go get root canals the next day.
Real life happens. You're not 20 anymore.
That's right. Now, if it was back in the day, I would have already put my PTO day in at my job and told them, look, I'm not going to be here Monday. I know it.
And Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, no, Sunday's out of the question. Yeah.
One thing that we do have planned for this week that I wanted to mention was we're doing a live stream.
Oh, yeah. We hadn't even talked about the community thing and some of the stuff. We got some ideas working with that. But
so we're going to talk about the community thing?
Yeah. What day, Tyler, what day did we say we're going to try to do that live stream? Is it tonight or tomorrow?
Friday.
We're going to shoot Friday night.
Okay, Friday night. So it'll probably, we're shooting for about 6, I think, maybe. 6 o'clock tomorrow, on Friday, which is tomorrow, Central Time. We're going to be going live on the Facebook page because we're going to try out our new internet here. And I guess we're going to do it right here in the podcast room until we get a better set done. We're thinking about building a new set for it, but this will be pretty cool. But we're going to do some live Q&A, hanging out. I'm probably going to be drinking a cold beer on Friday night.
Heck yeah, it's Friday night.
That's right.
Yeah, I got.
Could it be margaritas too, or Miller Lite Friday night?
Whatever.
It's gonna be a Miller Lite Friday night with Malcolm.
That's pretty
I might
good.
set a 12-pack right here. We just hang out till it's gone. That might, that could go 4 or 5 hours if we wanted it to. Can I have guests pop in and stuff? Do we have any rules, Tyler? Is it just me?
No rules, man.
It's not like it's not me on the hot seat. If people want to pop in, have beer with me, they can. You never know who might pop in on a Friday night.
But it's our first live stream. We're gonna try it. See how it goes. We've
got a new Facebook community that we started up. And really, it's just a way for us to talk.
Yeah. It's really hard to answer all the questions on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. It's and the website, the blog, people leave comments. It's really, we used to make a point to answer everything.
Try to.
Yeah. And it's just gotten too much. And there's a lot of crazy stuff out there too.
Yeah, for sure. But now, so Tyler created this group for us, and it's the Let's Get to Cooking page, right?
Yep.
You can get to it from the Facebook page, HowtoBBQRight. There's a place to go ahead and like it, or you ask for an invite to it. It's not just an open thing. We got to approve you.
Yeah.
I don't. That's to keep all the riffraff out.
All the spammers and.
But we've got some people
crazies.
Moderating it. Well, all right. My goal is with the moderators on it to use people that always chime in and help us answer questions and stuff
that are knowledgeable and experienced.
That's right. And so
help us. Yeah.
Instead of just questions. Like saying I'm going to answer everything, I will jump in there and answer as much as I can. But anybody that feels like it can jump in there and answer stuff. And we're going to have some moderators. Tyler will be in there doing some posting and stuff for us. But it's just going to be a way for us to, talk about the stuff that we're doing, talk about ideas you guys have, or if you guys have problems or questions, we'll hopefully try to get you some answers for them. And if I have problems or questions, I'm going to try to get me some answers for them. So, I think it's really just it's a group. Yeah, it's one of those Facebook groups. I know everybody's seen them. But
I want it to
if we come out with new stuff, we'll probably talk about it in that group first. And I'm sure we'll be doing some giveaways and letting some of the people in there test out some stuff, tell us what they think before we launch stuff. And
we're always looking for testers.
Yeah. We may do some exclusive live stuff in there or something. There's all kinds of things we can do with it that's just more community driven.
I want it to feel like a big group text.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking. Like I've got one going with a bunch of my buddies.
Yeah.
And chit chat on and stuff. You never know who's going to post last and when the conversation's going to drop or pick back up 3 weeks later or what.
Or when stuff's going to get crazy.
Yeah, when it's going to get crazy. But we do have community standards to hold ourselves to. No politics.
No Malcolm after dark.
Yeah, no Malcolm after dark. I can't promise that. This Friday night Miller Lights go down good.
We cut
Friday Night Lights, LITES. I like that. That's a good. That's a good one.
We've been kicking around a lot of
live stream
names,
ideas.
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights with Malcolm.
Well, Malc, that about does it for this.
Is that an hour already? Wow.
Episode. What are we at?
Puts us at about 48 minutes.
Oh man, yeah, we did record time on this one. Man,
we can keep talking.
That's about all I got, Shelly. I got to get to work now. We jumped in here early this morning.
We do have one thing coming up that I'm pretty excited about.
Oh, I already know. We come back to work and then we immediately go back to vacation. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
We're going to try to, if we can get our, our travel documents.
We booked this trip like over a year ago.
Yeah, we booked it last time we were there before pandemic. And so every February we try to go to Jamaica, and everybody knows because I come back and I cook me some jerk recipes. And I hope to do that this time too. But we booked us another trip last year. We're probably going to book another one when we go this year. But we're going to Jamaica in 10 days. Is it 9 days now? Day after Valentine's Day. That's your Valentine's Day present, by the way.
Yeah, it's your Valentine's Day present too.
We're going, but we're going to go to Jamaica for a week. So we'll be off that week. We probably won't do a podcast that week. All rolled into one. I'm going to come back with some fresh jerk ideas.
Yeah.
And
rum drink ideas.
Yeah. And I can't wait. As long as I get my negative COVID test. And then, so when you get to Jamaica, you got to take one to leave to get into Jamaica. And then you got to take one before you can come back in the United States. And then we'll probably have to quarantine for so many days just to make sure. So we're going to be tested up.
Quarantine
this next
where?
month.
Hold up.
Oh, I don't think they're going to make us stay in like in Atlanta
Okay.
or the airport. You're supposed to go home and self-quarantine.
Oh, okay. I can
good
do
at that. We've been doing that the whole time.
That's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, self-quarantine. That's what the deer stands for. Turkey season is coming up, so maybe I can get into that. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging out with us today on episode 1 of season 4. Tyler, thanks for sitting in. You did a fantastic job, by the way.
My pleasure.
And Jill, where can they find us now?
If you'd like to connect with Malcolm, it's HowtoBBQRight on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now TikTok.
And Twitter sometimes.
And Twitter. Yeah, we're trying to work on our Twitter.
And don't forget the community. Y'all check that out.
Check out the community. Come to the shop. 496 Whitfield Drive, Hernando, Mississippi.
That's it. If you're in Hernando, come by and see us. Tell Mikey I said hi.
But we got grills and rubs and crawfish cooking equipment and
all kinds of stuff. It's a store for the cooking man, just like me.
Instead of the working man, it's the cooking man.
That's right. It's a store for the cooking man.
But that was the whole point of the store.
Yeah.
To have an outdoor cooking lifestyle.
Try the Reaper. Try the Reaper jerky. See if you're man enough.
Oh, so we got this new jerky. Malcolm's got new jerky. I'm kind of getting off topic here, but we got a little time. So
yeah.
Anyway, Malcolm's got this new jerky that he started, and it's really, really good. But there's one of them that is
2 of them, Hot AF and Fear the Reaper.
And I've actually never tried either.
I've ate the Reaper. I've
and
felt
then you
the
cried
Reaper.
for 10 minutes.
It's pretty hot. I ain't gonna lie. The challenge is you gotta eat the whole pack though.
Yeah. You took one bite and sat there and was like, ooh.
You eat the whole pack. We'll post it out on social media, give you some shout outs. Probably put a picture or video up. But you gotta make it. You gotta make it. Like we gotta set a time limit. How long you gotta make it before you take a drink?
5 minutes.
You gotta sign a release too. 5 minutes ain't long enough. It's just starting to warm up in 5 minutes.
That's what they say. It's good going down, and then it just keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter.
And it don't stop getting hot. So yeah, we
10
got that
minutes.
going for us.
How long does the burn last?
Half hour. That's with drinking something,
It's just a long time to have to watch somebody make sure they don't drink something.
I think it's a good time to go live, Tyler. I don't know. I'd hate for somebody to get really sick, though.
But we are doing.
That's why we have a release, releasing us from all liabilities. You are eating this Reaper jerky.
Yeah.
You should know it's got a skeleton on the thing of it. You're going to get a T-shirt. Yeah. We're getting T-shirts made, and we're going to have like a Hall of Shame, Hall of Fame, or something like that.
Yeah.
I need one of those old Polaroid cameras that we can.
Do they still make those?
Yeah.
And have like a board that we pin it to? Yeah.
Whoever didn't fear the Reaper or something. All right. Well, hey.
And if you'd like to connect with me, it's Miss Southern Shell.
Oh, yeah, always. It's the Chili Queen. If you'd like to ask questions about white chili and how it's done, just send those to Shell. She'd be glad to answer them.
You take chicken broth and add as much cream as you can stand.
Tres leches chili. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us, and we'll be back to do it again next week. We gone.